This is Scargill, a Christian community and retreat centre established here over 60 years ago. The centre point is this beautiful chapel, but visitors are encouraged to get out into the beauty of the hills and mountains.
I'm off for a walk in the Yorkshire Dales with a group from Scargill.
Right, let's go.
These regular walks are part of a retreat that aim to help connect people with their faith through experiences in the great outdoors.
Thank you. Could not have picked a more beautiful day to be out here. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
The walks are organised by Naomi Haywood.
And I wonder whether you can take this image and maybe line it up with your own view of life at the moment. Are you seeing the whole picture, or are you only seeing a small part of it?
So it's like a good spot.
It does indeed.
Naomi, it's lovely to talk to you. What led you to taking retreats like this?
There was the bit where I was teaching. That lasted about 16 years, and it was clear for me that that was kind of going to come to an end. I really like being in the outdoors. I realised I was going on walks with God all the time. It was a bit like going on retreat, and I thought I'd really like to be able to offer that to everybody else. So I left teaching. Actually left pretty much everything in order to make this happen. A real step of faith, but I was so confident that this was what God was saying.
So tell me what happens on one of these retreats.
I want people to be able to enjoy the walk, and I want them to be able to have experiences on the walk or features of the walk that will point them towards God. And so my role is to sort of facilitate that and to curate the space in which they can reflect on what God might want to say to them. I like to tell people it's a little bit like dating God. You probably want date night once a week, and that maybe is a bit like going to church, but then you also want weekends away together. So that's where the retreat comes in. It gives you that special depth of relationship time, and that's why I think it's really worth putting the effort and the time in to make that space for him. And so we're going to make our way up there thinking about, actually, this is the God of the earth and the detail and the intricacy that he's put into his creation.
And we're here amongst, mountains and hills.
Yes.
What is it about climbing to higher ground? What does that bring to your retreats?
There's something very special about higher spaces. You can see it throughout the Bible. God's continually meeting his people on mountains. And so there's this culture of the idea that the high places are where you're closer to heaven and closer to God. And so that naturally carries on into what we're doing here. And there's so many Bible verses that you can bring to life, actually experiencing them when you're in a high place. Outdoors is amazing because it's God's creation, his fingerprints in everything he's done, and so it does just make it so much easier to connect.
Having done the walk for myself, it's easy to see where that connection comes from.
So for me, straight away, being out in nature, in God's creation, with everyone who is going through the same experience together, it's incredible because you feel sort of significant but also insignificant at the same time, and allows you just to have a different view, a different perspective on the world in that moment. And it's been really moving.
The communal nature of the walk feels really important, and I'm keen to find out what everyone else thinks.
How did that feel for you today?
Oh, it's just beautiful, yeah. And connecting with the way Jesus went up into the mountains. I think nature, creation connects us to God anyway.
I don't often find myself needing, purpose-built spaces to connect with God, and often find it easier when I'm outdoors. But what I do feel is a deep sense of peace.